Two covers through the middle. Aotearoa for three.
Kia ora, ni hao, namaste, konnichiwa, vanakam, talofalava, maluelele, bulavinaka, whakaalofalahi atu, and welcome everybody to the New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament 2026, proudly brought to you by One Foundation and Hype Hockey. We're live from the National Hockey Centre here in North Harbour on a warm but windy Easter Monday here for Grand Finals Day of Heritage 2026, where champions will be crowned and bragging rights are on the line. The New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament is in its 6th year and has continued to showcase the skill, flair, passion and pride of representing your culture. We've seen some of the most exciting players in New Zealand come through this tournament, and with new opportunities to represent on the world stage, this year it's living up to the hype. My name is Brad Pittman in commentary this morning, and looking forward to our first men's playoff match. It's a men's 3rd and 4th game out here between the Hype Pacific All-Stars, who are taking on the New Zealand Asian men. And it's a game that could throw up anything, really. Both these teams just missing out on the final, which we'll see a little bit later. The Hype Pacific All-Stars, of course, coming as the new entity in this year's tournament, a mixture of guys who have flown over from the Solomon Islands. There we see a few of the Solomon Islands boys who have never played 11-a-side hockey before. Mix them in with some of the locally Fiji boys and a couple of extra local Māori players as well to fill in the Hype Pacific All-Stars. On the other side of the ledger, it's the Asian Dragons, who in their 3rd year now at tournament, and for the first time have managed to put together a full Asian heritage men's team, which has paid dividends for them, probably playing some of the best hockey they've played in their 3 seasons. And the new kit as well looks pretty sharp. You see them there, the Asian Dragons in the white and pink singlets, the Hype Pacific All-Stars in the black and pink shirts. Our umpires for today's match, Anton Paulin and David Oakley. Looks like Joe O'Connor and Norpeta Hohepa will captain their respective sides as the teams line up out there before they go to battle. This is the men's bronze medal match. First timers, Hype Pacific All-Stars taking on the New Zealand Asian men. And of course, for those that are looking for something to do on your Easter Monday, if you're in and around the Auckland region, get on down here to the National Hockey Centre in North Harbour. No traffic on the roads today, so get down here, come and support the hockey. And if you are anywhere else in the country, we've got 2 more games to follow this one, which of course the 2 gold medal matches coming off at 12 noon and 2 p.m. Starting with the women, ending with the men. There's a look at the Asian men's lineup. Players right across the board that we've seen a couple of times now over the weekend. They're a sharp outfit. And the Hype Pacific All-Stars, well, you're not going to know a huge number of these names. The locals that you might know, Braithen Lemon, Norpeta Hohepa, Flynn Krofsky, Hayden Hartley. And then we mix in some of the Fijian boys, Augie Shaw, Stephen and Greg Wise. And then there, like I said, a couple of guys that have come over from the Solomon Islands. Their first experience at a big tournament, first experience here at Heritage Hockey. And we will get underway shortly in our men's third and fourth match. Our goalkeepers to start will be John Casey for the Asian men and Hayden Hartley for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. And it will be the All-Stars with first use of the ball here. And we are underway here. A little loose the first pass, but they get it under control through Shaw. Skip pass here to Keelan Stafford, who is back today, didn't play in yesterday's match. He'll be a welcome return for the All-Stars. This time they get to go forward through Augustine Shaw, who's just working his way across the middle of the field. For those that haven't been able to tune into the live stream over the weekend, one thing we know about this Asian side, they have speed to burn here. Right across the park, absolutely rapid. So the Hype Pacific All-Stars are going to have to be really good in their ball retention today, because there's a couple of players in this Asian Dragon side, the likes of Dylan Muggleston, Lloyd McLaughlin, Jet Leong, who can absolutely put the burners on anybody. And Stafford now recycles through Hohepa. Hohepa was a standout for the All-Stars in their two earlier games on the live stream field. He gets going again, Hohepa. Cross it goes, and very nearly on the back post. This Asian side will play around the back. This has been their shape for probably 95% of the weekend. Back three, two DM pivots, Joey Yoon at the back. Looks like Gladding and Muggleston working together in the middle of the field at the moment. Yoon will step onto the ball and through Vinny O'Connor. He'll opt to come back out again. And now Dylan Muggleston first touch, but he's cut out there well by Wise. That's Stephen Wise there. Now a bit of an open, live the flip pass to Muggleston. He thought he was going to give it back there. And Nurik Zuna, or didn't he become a cult hero yesterday? His first goal here in the match for the Hype Pacific All-Stars, Nurik Zuna. He was absolutely pumped when we spoke to him after the match as well. And that one brought under control by Stafford. He's got a bit of pressure coming in from McLaughlin and from Schwass. And Schwass wins it there. And they'll get the transfer through O'Connor. Happy to play it back through Yoon. And the Wu rolls one forward to Dylan Muggleston. He's got Wise one-on-one. He's got him burnt for pace there. Muggleston going. It's up in the air. Long wanted one. Not going to get it. Not around here. And Joe O'Connor now looking just to push one through Braithen Lemon. And the O'Connor boys linking up on the exit to recycle Zuna. Going to put a bit of pressure on Yoon. Pretty hard to put pressure on a man that doesn't feel it. As ball going forward there from O'Connor. They're going to call back stick on the entry. And Condola, you know he does have the overhead option, this time opting to keep the ball. This Asian side happy just to sit in the 60 press at the 60 slide at the moment. Now Jet Long will get up and try and close the door here on the All-Stars. They get the go forward through Hohepa, and that's a solid receive. He Gets his hands moving. Rolls one forward to Nurik Zuma. And Zuna will do enough to earn the long corner. And looking at a way through here. This time they'll go across to Candola. It's a mistrap, and Jet Leong, they call him Jet for a reason. He'll put the burners on here. Great pass forward to Quinton Smith. And does enough there. It's a fresh cut there too, Quinton Smith. He's been to the barbers in the last 24 hours. Looking sharp there too, Quinton Smith. Have a look at it again. Long, what a pass there. And solid there from Smith. Put on the foot once, twice, 3 times the lady. And they'll head down for APC. And a player who's been relatively quiet on the penalty corner bracket, Dylan Muggleston. I'd love to see him get going in this one for the Asian side. He burst onto the heritage scene 4 years ago down in Colmar, lighting up a Barbarian side from the penalty corner bracket. Here he is on the first. Ben Schwartz scored yesterday. He sits on the second. Will be Muggleston. There's Schwartz on the second. And 2 really solid saves there from Hayden Hartley in goal for the Pacific All-Stars. One there by Joe Connor. Jet Leong on the reverse stick, and whoo, that's why they call him the jet plane. And he's hit Hayden Hartley with a real bit of dice about it, and he's got a little burner there behind the goal. Long's going to go for a sub. Check it on the replay. Ball here from O'Connor is a slide. And just have a look at this. Puts the burners on, one hand. Oof. He's tried to get it with the left hand. He's instead worn it with his right shoulder, and that one's going to burn a little bit. Hayden Hartley. Whew. It's a brave man to stand in front of that. He's going to feel it for a little bit there too. As the Asian side working through O'Connor. Got the entry. Ooh, and a couple of questions asked there. I think Greg Wise there just gave Anton Paulin a couple of eyebrows and got away with one. And the Hype Pacific All-Stars just trying to work their way out of the 25-yard line. It's messy both ways. Schwass and Zuna going to come together in the middle of the field, and it will go the way of the Asians. Joey Yoon here over the ball. He's got O'Connor. And they'll get a reset. Throw the little overhead. Nobody really there, though, and that one will be pulled down well. It's Ethan Wise joining the mixer there, playing at the back this time. So joining Stephen and Greg, and 3 wise men, as they say. Get going forward here. A bit of stick skill showing. It's Brett Shamwitz there. His first run around this Heritage Hockey Tournament for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. And they go around the back here through Condola and Wise. Player to look out for this Hype Pacific All-Stars team, Joeli Motelutu. He scored a goal yesterday and got pumped up. He's in the middle of the field now, the Fijian. And this is danger stations here. Jeez, it's not by a lot, but Ethan Wise there desperately does enough to wear off the challenges of the Asian men. And we go the other way through Braithen Lemon, who can't get past Dylan Muggleston. And we're off to the races, going the other way here through Dylan Muggleston. The Asian side opt to come back and skip past to Joey Yoon. We'll bring, this is a tournament and fan favourite onto the ball there. It was Ben Wu at the back, who's aptly been named Mr. Muscle. There's been some Been some pretty sharp, we'll just see it here. Been some pretty sharp work on the NZ Asian Instagram page. Some of the fans pulling together the Mr. Muscle cutouts yesterday for Ben Wu over there. Probably deserved to be on our calendar yesterday as well, and I'm pretty gutted that we've left him off. And look, I'm going to make some calls, and I don't know who's getting dropped, but Ben Wu's going straight in on the calendar. There's no doubt whatsoever. It may have to be Jet Long who makes way. But Ben Wu, if we can get a dedicated camera on that, it's, yeah, he's pretty impressive. We've got the All-Stars trying to break through, and O'Connor does well. He can't believe it, Vinny O'Connor. And Brett Shamowitz gets going quickly. Around the outside here is Wise. And this time it just got a little messy there. Dylan Muggleston will win the free hit, and Joey Yoon will step forward onto it. And there he is. Let's get a close-up on that one. Jeez. They go from Wu to Fu and down the line for the Asians. I tell you what, there's a couple of players in this Asian team who it'd be cheap to make their branded jerseys with the last names. Ben Wu and Michael Fu playing around the outside halves for the Asian side, and we go around the back through Wise now for the All-Stars. Going along the baseline is Lemon. Lemon's been sharp, and they win the penalty corner. There we see the explanation from David Oakley. And remember, those who joined in to the live stream yesterday, this is a real opportunity here for Braithen Lemon, who scored a couple of rippers from the penalty corner. It's he who set it up. Look at the wheels on him, trying to take on Mr. Muscle, gets him. And then it's just that ball up into the air off John Casey. That brings the penalty corner. So, yeah, watch for Lemon on the second bracket. And they go to Condola. It's a little messy. Play the 1-2. It's a little one, but a big two. And no shot, no save required for John Casey. And there they go. It is again that same Wu-Fu connection across the backfield there for the Asians. And Cam Gladding gets going. Lovely little overlap here with Fu. It's Michael Fu. Ball forward to the jet plane. And he takes off. Jet Long in front of goal. It's got to be. Oh, we'll have to get a look at a replay shortly, whether it's now or at the quarter break, on how that one didn't make it in there. You had to have thought for all money as Michael Fu looks forward. Gladding. Little skipper into the mixer, and again across the goal. It's like Pearl Harbor at the moment. These Asians firing shots. Keelan Stafford here over the ball. And Muggleston brings it down. They've got 3.5 minutes here to get one, the Asians. The long barrier from Hohepa. He smiles on the back pedal. Probably got away with one there. And that's two guys with some of the quickest hands we've got going around here. Norpeter Hohepa and Dylan Muggleston. We talked about a little 3x3 fight club style. They're another, Muggleston's another one you can probably chuck in that mixer. As this, the overhead free hit will fall the way of the Hype Pacific All-Stars. And Wise to Wise, that's Greg back to Ethan. Condola, Wires with it again. Can't get past Lloyd McLaughlin. Oh, in fact, he is going to get it there. Thought Lloyd was going to be off to the races. And that one's to nobody. Yeah, I think he was looking for Joeli Motelutu, who just led the wrong direction. As they get it going quickly here, the Asian side. Joey Yoon. Cam Gladding's going to have to be careful here. And good from Muggleston now with Fu. Good composure just to win the free hit there and take a breather, Michael Fu. And it's picked up well there, Ryan Shue. And cleaned up by Stafford, great skill. It's Augustine Shaw there on the ball, and Sharp, the Fijian. Hohepa with the flip pass to Lemon. And Mr. Muscle doing what he does best, cleaning up. Schwass trying to flip it to Leong, couldn't get there, cleaned up by Greg Wise. And just like that, there's only 90 seconds left in this first quarter. This has been played at breakneck pace here, which will suit the Asian side. As Gladding gets going. It's in the air, it's long, it's a little shovel. Oh, and it's Joeli Motelutu who'd got back there in the goal. I said a couple of nights ago I know who I'd back in a game of ping pong, but apparently the Fijian, pretty sharp there in his skill on the aerial ball as well. This Asian side, they've come narrowly close 3 or 4 times in this first quarter. And the Hype Pacific All-Stars have the answers. They've won it back here again high. They don't have a lot of time. 30 seconds here, the Asians. Touched by Muggs. Picked by Condola. Still there for Leong. And Motelutu again. He scored a ripper of a goal yesterday. Now he's turned into Defensive Player of the Year. And Nurek Zuna gets going. You're going to have to go quickly. Not a lot of time. Not that quickly. Junior Mahika. And that hooter brings the close of our first quarter here between the New Zealand Asian men and the Hype Pacific All-Stars. We're still locked up 0-0. Enjoy some of the highlights from that first quarter, and we'll see you back here shortly. Welcome back, everybody, to the National Hockey Centre for Heritage Hockey 2026, Day 4, Finals Day here, and it's our men's third and fourth match, the bronze medal game between the Hype Pacific All-Stars and the Black and the New Zealand Asian Dragons in the white. Despite some high-intensity stuff in that first quarter, we're still locked up at 0-0 here. Both teams fighting for a finals day win. And it was the Asian side that had the bulk of the opportunity. We've had goalkeeping changes at the quarter for both teams. Darren Wee will step into goal for the Asian side, while Flynn Krofsky will step in for the All-Stars. Flynn, pretty hard to miss in his full orange kit there. Looking like an upside-down carrot as Brett Shamowitz comes away with it for the All-Stars. Yoon can't make the trap. There's a couple of I tell you what, there would have been riots bigger than Alex Johnston's try if Nurikzuna had himself another one here. They would have stormed the field for Nurikzuna. We'll see it on the replay. Yoon just couldn't clean it up, and this pass through, just the wrong angle there for Nurikzuna. And the Asian side get going. I'm hoping the Asian team managed to watch some of the live stream yesterday, because anyone that saw these Pacific All-Stars has to know you probably need about 4 goals up heading into the second half, because whether it's island time, they showed up at half-time yesterday and turned a 5-1 lead into 5-4 really quickly. So you're going to have to be sharp here, the Asian side. It's not a team you want to allow back into the game if you haven't got yourself a buffer. And there is first look at Klinkrofsky, and coming forward now through Augustine Shaw. It's a little scrappy, cleaned up now by Hohepa. And Hohepa trying to weave a little bit of magic, still going, and now he'll roll it back. And Ashpreet Kandola looking over. Brett Shamowitz, who's rolled out around the back now. That one's cut out. Pretty regulation there by Joe O'Connor. Still going, O'Connor. This time taking on Modelutu, who's been a goal saver for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. And Joey Yoon now gets things going up that left side through Vinny O'Connor. Joe O'Connor, the brothers linking up, but sideline beats them both. And Greg Wise will move out onto the ball there. He's got Brett Shamowitz behind and Braithen Lemon in front. Shamowitz looks over to start, plays on the deck, and Braithen Lemon comes away with it. He'll be hoping for a couple more opportunities at the attacking penalty corner. Braithen Lemon, he scored 2 of them yesterday, as that one is all the way over and will stay with the All-Stars. Hohepa taking on Schwass. And the Asians couldn't bring it in. Quinton Smith, tidy turn. Shamowitz looking. Entry, little untidy from Fu. Here is Ricky Zuna on the reverse. Great shot, equally excellent save from Darren Wee in goal. And he's managed to convince David Oakley that the ball was already over the back line before he saved it. So 16-yard hit coming for the Asian side. And picked by Joeli. Drops it back out. Shamowitz has Stafford. Decides to stay on the right with Modelutu. Now Ashpreet Kandola goes up the middle through Lemon. Lemon links up with Wise, and Wise has Motelutu in front. What a trap by Norpeter Hohepa, and he'll take on Dylan Muggleston. This again is the matchup to watch today. Kandola just holds that one up a little bit by a bit of time for Stafford, who can't get past Ryan Shu cleanly, but they'll take the sideline, hit the All-Stars. And the in and out transfer finds Shamwitz. Motelutu looking, can't go through O'Connor. And a little smalls there between O'Connor and Motelutu. Wise goes to join the party, but it's all Asian. And Dil Muggleston will look over. As easy as that. Drops it on Jet Leong. And now some space in the middle. If they can unlock here through Schwass. Needs to improve his angle. Little Show beats Kandola. Cross it goes. And another one. It was narrowly close for the Asians. Good defensive patience there on the ball. Jet Long just getting it up on the teaspoon and unable to find the foot he was searching for, but cut out by Gladding in the middle. Oh, how the hands, silky. Leong. And they're gonna go penalty stroke there. Anton Paulin's called the penalty stroke. How was the little flipper pass from Dil Muggleston? We'll catch it again. Just waits and boom, little half flip. Leong gets onto it. And that one that hits Greg Wise. You'd have to say that it was going pretty close to the sideboard. And Dylan Muggleston, who's 2 for 2 from penalty strokes this weekend. And the Spider-Man action from Flynn Krofsky doesn't work. Dylan Muggleston scores his 3rd penalty stroke for the weekend. And the Asian side finally get one to go. We'll see it again. Look at those hands. Leong. Yeah, hit the back of Greg Wise's foot there. And like I said, he's well behind the goalie. And I would have to argue in line with the goal. So I think it's the right call. They get there in the end. Dil Muggleston gets the account open for the Asians. And now the Hype Pacific All-Stars, like they've had to do previous, they're going to have to try and come from behind here. Hipper gets past Shu. Great ball forward to Stafford. He gets it back. Hipper, the overlap with Wise. Just loses the handle there. Probably got lost in Joe O'Connor's eyes. Don't blame him, honestly. Joe O'Connor, they're probably one of the biggest benefactors of the singlets this year. Already a sharp looker, but any excuse to get the rig out as Hipper weaves. Can't get past Muggleston. It's messy there, both sides. Zuna. Oh, Nurik Zuna. Just got past the left foot and made it hard to get a shot going. Could have been a very quick answer for the All-Stars. And talk about the rig. Joe O'Connor with the boots as well. And can't get that one to connect as Lemon does enough to win the free hit. Shamwitz round the back through Kandola. Stafford now up this left side. And no dice on that overhead going forward for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. Midway through the second quarter here, we're just over 8 minutes left to go as Vinny O'Connor will take the sideline hit. Joey Yoon, he's been quiet today by his standards. Solid at the back, but none of his real opportunity to go forward just yet, as that one's underdone and now picked and won here. It's Ricky Wharamoa. And they'll get them again, and unlucky there. Enoch Paikera. Straight into the stick of Lemon. Here comes Enoch. Can't get past. Still Muggleston. He's a smooth operator there, Muggleston. And the extra pass brings Michael Fu onto the ball. Fu searching. It's a cross. Got some sideline commentators up here who thought they could do a better job of the reffing. Lucky Anton Paulin's out there. A couple of people asking questions. Maybe it rolled onto the back of the stick slightly there of Ashpreet Condola, but he said all good, Anton Paulin. There's Yoon on the ball. Skip through to Michael Fu. Yes, Wise will look at his options, being asked to slow it down by his teammates, and Stafford will step up onto the ball. Bit of space over the far side there for Shaw. Shaw decides to come back to Condola, who makes a meal of it, but does enough to win the free hit under some pressure from Quinton Smith. And Quinton Smith there told us in the quarter break he got the haircut, a bit of a bowl cut action just to look a little more Asian. Quinton Smith there up the front for the Dragons. That one is going to go the way of the Asian men. Braithen Lemon get going. Joeli Motilutu crack. Oh, I thought it was an excellent tackle from Mr. Muscle. So did he. Ben Wu. Joe Yoon is back through Michael Fu. Got a bit of space, bit of time. Happy to keep possession as we get into 5 minutes left here in this second quarter. Just the one goal to the Asian men via the penalty stroke, converted by this man, Dylan Muggleston, looking on his reverse. And whoa, what a pearl. Would have loved a little back out lead there from Quinton Smith. Subs come flying in by the way of Schwass and Gladding. Hipper gives it straight to the Asian men, and now 2v3. And the pass, a little undercooked there. So Condola goes the other end, trying to take on Michael Fu, who is, it's like a maths test. He has the answer to everything. Michael Fu. And Schwass there just finds the foot. Braithen Lemon asking for the free hit, and they'll walk forward. And Ashpreet Condola now looking, searching for something going forward. Not a lot of movement up the front for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. Fourth game in 4 days. Maybe starting to weigh on the legs a little bit. As Nirik Zuna back into the midfield now. Links up with Lemon, who pulls Augustine Shaw onto the ball. Keeps it in up that right sideline with Joeli Motelutu. Now space for Lemon. Show, go, 3D, 4D. And just runs out of space there. A little bit of individual brilliance nearly through there for the All-Stars. And now Nirik Zuna He tries the, it's one of the best skills in Solomon Islands actually, the reverse overhead from Nirikzuna. Unfortunately, just didn't quite get it right, but pressure on and good steal from Greg Wise. He's going to try and take on Dylan Muggleston. Still there, and Michael Fu, I said he had the answers, he's got them there. Fu on the back line and behind Darren Wee. And one there by Leong, who's back doing some defensive work. The jet plane. And there's a look at, geez, a rather handsome looking dugout there for the High Pacific All-Stars. There's Stephen Wise in the middle of it all. And Ewan ends up going forward, a little too casual there from Gladingen now. Muggleston cleaning up at the back. Again, the All-Stars were looking for Braithen Lemon. Try and find a way through this Asian wall of defense. Bit of space now for Shamowitz. And yeah, that's why he does 377 press-ups every morning before breakfast, to make flat stick reverse tackles like that. Ben Wu there, good defensive effort around the edge of the circle for the Asians. Condolan out searching. Hohepa. Space here for Wise. Trying to find the foot. And they exit well here through Shu. Little stick fake. I don't know about that pass from Shu. Lemon trying to find Hohepa, but Joey Yun now. Time for one of these runs from the Yun. He goes over. He'll put it down for Jet Leong. And we'll get going under the free hit. Leong. Oh. Very nearly there for Cam Gladding. What a last 15 or so seconds could have been huge for the Asian side as Zuna flips it back to Stafford, and Stafford trying to find a way through. They'll hold the ball and finish the clock here, Hohepa. And there we are, first half in the books. It's a sole goal via the penalty stroke to Dylan Muggleston, separating the two teams at the moment. Our men's third and fourth matchup between the Asian Dragons and the Hype Pacific All-Stars. We're halfway through it here on the final day of Heritage Hockey 2026. Enjoy some footage from the Heritage Tour to Melbourne, the game highlights, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Hey, I'm Shay. I'm Sergeant. We're here with the NZ Heritage Hockey team. The men's side today, we played top of the table clash versus Adelaide 6. Managed to come away with a 3-all draw. Toughest test so far. Sarge, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, pretty proud of the boys with the effort. You know, like you said, toughest game so far. So yeah, no, it's good to see the boys battle hard and go through top of the table, rightly so.
But yeah, the boys got to rest, recover, put the legs up, and get some electrolytes in, and we'll be back tonight.
Hi, I'm Jules.
Kia ora, I'm Jess.
And we just had our third match against the Punjab team and we managed to get away with a 1-0 win. It was a pretty tough match out there. They challenged us, they had some high strikers and really stretched our press, but managed to get away with the win.
The win, yeah, really proud of the girls. We've worked really hard on our structure, our basics, our comms, and it feels like it's all coming together. So we've got a big game tomorrow, get home, get in the pool, and start looking after our bodies before tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody, to Heritage Hockey 2026. It's our men's bronze medal match here between the High Pacific All-Stars and the Asian Dragons. That's the tail of the tape as it sits. Fairly even, though the obvious advantage to the Asian Dragons via the penalty stroke. And they'll have first use of it here through Muggleston and Yoon, who playing around this back four at the moment. Now go forward through Vinny O'Connor, linking up with Schwartz, who just can't get on the end of it. And there, like I mentioned earlier, you can see this, the real speed of this Asian side. Unforced errors like that one aren't going to help this Pacific All-Stars team as Fu gets it going. Not fast enough that time into the corner. Ryan Shu. See the overhead now from Shaw. It's going to land there for Narek Zuna. Zuna, good receive, drops it off there to Joeli Motelutu. And Lemon does enough to win the free hit. Good ball speed on the transfer here to Keelan Stafford, who will skin Lloyd McLaughlin and get going forward. Shamowitz now on the teaspoon. Wears off the challenge and links back up with his captain in Norpeter Hohepa, who can't get past McLaughlin and Leong that time, so they transfer. Shaw, Wise just giving himself a bit of space now around this press from the Asian side, and Condola looks long. Shamowitz smooth, and now Zuna, who just overruns it there. Easy work on a Monday morning for Dylan Muggleston. And gets it back now under a bit of pressure, Muggleston. The ball out to Vinny O'Connor wasn't a favourable one. And they'll bring Harshpreet Condola onto the ball. Rolling forward come the Asians. There's a bit of go about this from Ryan Shu, and that's a pretty ordinary tackle there from Narek Zuna, who will find himself on the score sheet for the wrong reasons this time. Zuna 2 in the bin, and the Asian side with the numbers advantage now. And they'll take the PC there. Asian side hoping to take early advantage of the green card. High fives all around. Remember, they've got Schwartz and Muggleston, who can execute at the penalty corner bracket. Leong there will go down to inject for the Asians. They'll set up with those two I mentioned on late switch. Schwartz overran it. It's going to fall here. And the High Pacific All-Stars get it going. Shamowitz needs to move it. And it's a little bobble on the back stick. An unfortunate one there for Ricky Faramoa. And Gladding will look to exit now, up over halfway. Joe O'Connor, his brother Vinny O'Connor. And Faramoa still up in the press despite being down a player. Vinny under some pressure here from Braithen Lemon. And they win the hit through Augustine Shaw. Condola. He's got a good ball over distance. Goes the overhead this time to Chamwitz. Yeah, Michael Fu, I think what he's going to argue there is the new rule around as soon as Brett touches the ball, he can close the 5 metres. There's no more control required. That's what his argument was. I'm thinking Anton Paulin said he was inside the 5 to begin with. And Stafford gets one going up this left side, puts it on the foot. They'll go back for one there. The All-Stars. And a bit of space and time here for Wise around the back. Has Shaw. Shaw has some pressure from Smith. Still going. Shaw now gladding with the ball pressure. Motelutu wins the free hit and gets it going quickly straight at O'Connor and Smith. But finds the wrong O'Connor. Joe wanted it going quickly too. We saw some of his speed in that second quarter. Good turnover, Ricky Faramoa. Shamowitz looking, just wears through the contest from Schwass. Cut out one-handed by Smith. Has Schwass. Schwass looking. Now a bit more space there for Ben Schwass to operate in. Ball in. It's at the wrong foot. Unfortunate for the Asians, but away come the Hype Pacific All-Stars through Braithen Lemon. He'll use his body shield. Space here around the back, sitting in this back 4 shape. The Hype Pacific All-Stars, Shaw, Wise, Condola and Stafford. Stafford, it's a little untidy, but he gets it under control on the second attempt and now throws it straight to Quinton Smith. A little bit wavy here at the moment. Both these teams probably just need to try and consolidate for a little longer period. Gladding will win one just outside. Straight in, no one there. And hear them asking for work rate. I think it was Ben Wu there calling for some work rate. And both teams back to their starting goalkeepers, and John Casey and Hayden Hartley. Good to see that Hayden Hartley made it back out here after that stinger from Jet Leong. And cut by O'Connor, but picked by Hohepa, and now he's off on a bit of a 3D across the field, finds Lemon. Still going, Lemon, but picked well by Quinton Smith. It's a good tackle. Now he gets going. That pass, a little ordinary. Lemon trying to find a way through Dill Muggleston. And they don't get one there, the Hype Pacific All-Stars. There's a good close-up of it. That's going to make the calendar. I'll tell you that for free. Ben Wu there. Yoon, Wu. He looked at the skip to O'Connor, instead tries to go forward, but it's cut out by Lemon. And falls there to Muggleston. Trying to make the tackle there was Melwin Makana. Great ball forward for the Asian side, and the tuck pass, shot on. And it's just up over the top. I like the look. It's a good shot in there from Josh Shue. Overhead's cut out wide by Cam Gladding, who gets going forward here, has Muggleston with him, who cuts the angle, and great carry from Muggleston, leaving Sticks in his wake, but that one's a little too easy for Condola. Lemon, Hohepa, that's the combo they need to get going, the All-Stars, and Hohepa just gets it going a little too quickly that time, so Lemon will step onto it. Overhead to Chamwitz. Yeah, great defensive work there. It was Jacob Wong out on the edge of the circle. And Yun will transfer through. Michael Fu straight onto the stick. Opportunity gone begging there. You can feel Braithen Lemon's frustration. He's getting these pick intercepts, and then it's just not coming off for them, and the Asian Dragons managed to go the other direction through the jet plane. Jet Leong taking on Brett Chamwitz. Silky. And just overruns it a little bit there. Jet Leong, of course, over from Australia this weekend to play for the New Zealand Asian men. Michael Fu thought he got one there. Braithen Lemon still going. Little teaspoon action from Lemon, still there for him. He's got the entry. Cross it goes. Beats a couple of boys across the front of goal. We'll still be here for the All-Stars via the sideline hit, and we're in under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. No change to the halftime score. The sole penalty stroke converted by Dill Muggleston is what separates the two teams here. Shaw opts to go back instead of forward. Condola. Good receive and good enough recycle there from Melwin Makana. With Norpeta Hohepa. And that's what we see there for Condola. There's the little cross lead. Strapped by Braithen Lemon. And they'll shift the back three shape across there. Wu, Yoon, Fu. Oh, six slider to Muggleston, who's still going here. The Mugs. He's going to link up there with Schwass, who's going to have it on his reverse. Oh, and what a goal! How good is that? That's excellent hockey. Well finished. Looks like Shu there on the back post. That's phenomenal build-up hockey. Started with the Muggleston eliminate. We'll see it again here. Look at him just searching for his pass. It's maybe a little fortunate. And that's perfect positioning, perfect placement, and what a finish there for the Asian men. And it wasn't Shu, it was Sunny Moon. Haven't seen much of him today, but the bright yellow shoes out there, an easy target on the far post. So Sungkook Moon. And what a time to strike with only 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter, the pivotal third quarter, often where games are won here. And what a time to strike for the Asian men. They double their lead. Lemon looking for something. Muggleston, he'll probably try and play this for a minute and a half here. Good out of the corner. Too easy, they just let him out. But you can't take Wraith and Lemon on that casually, who just walks it straight onto the stick. They're off Ben Schwass. Ball around the back in this final minute for the Hype Pacific All-Stars. Can they find a way through before the break? It's going to need something pretty special here. The Asian side with the 2-goal advantage. Remember, the Asian men were very desperately close to making the final this afternoon. It was a penalty shootout loss to the Indian men, where they'd been winning for most of the game, the Asian side, that they let slip, and that ultimately sealed their fate into today's third and fourth match. So they'll feel like they could have been a couple of places higher this weekend as a recycle through Hohepa. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. Not sure if they know it. Zuna needs to get it going. He does know. And that's too easy in the end by Dylan Muggleston. They can run to the corner all they like, but the quarter is done. They've extended their lead here, the Asian men. A first penalty stroke in the second to Dylan Muggleston, and Sunny Moon there adding a second. Just pushes them a little further ahead of the Hype Pacific All-Stars. We'll see you back here in a couple of minutes for the fourth quarter. It's going to be a good one. There are the clubhouse leaders at the moment. It's the Asian men ahead 2-0 in this one. It's the men's third and fourth bronze medal match at Heritage Hockey 2026 between the Asian Dragons and the Hype Pacific All-Stars. Just one thing of note as you look through those the team talks and halftime or quarter time operations, of course, the Asian men flying solo at the moment. Jess Ellis, who has been coaching the side alongside Dylan Muggleston, who's playing out there. She'll be in prep at the moment with the Asian women, who will have the women's grand final coming up at 12 noon. So that's why you didn't see her in the huddle. They'll be in build-up at the moment. And for those that are still looking for something to do on your Easter Monday afternoon, we'll make sure you tune in. We've got 2 more games coming, and if this one's been anything to go by, 2 more games even better than this. It's the Asian women taking on NZ Pacifica for a repeat of last year's women's grand final. They'll go toe-to-toe again here at 12 noon, and then we'll finish it off with the big one. And to say it's going to be a battle is an understatement. It's the New Zealand Indian men taking on the Punjab Heritage men. And it's got some pundits' mouths watering already, that matchup. As soon as it was confirmed last night, some people started getting pretty excited for that one, and that'll be live at 2 p.m. So follow along. Make sure you join us through these games, and we got just over 15 minutes left here in this men's match to decide our bronze medalists. At the moment, the Asian men have one hand on that bronze medal, and maybe now a third. As maybe a little caught casual on the back post. Sungkook Moon there, who scored the last goal for the Asian men, maybe could have doubled up. You'll see it on the replay. It was a ball forward from O'Connor, and then Schwass got things going, and it just kind of continued its way along. Another opportunity here for the Asians, cut out by Kandola. And he tries to get to the other end. Nurik Zuna is not going to chase that one down. I know that they're used to playing on the five-a-side field, and now there's a lot more space to chase the ball here, but even Zuna wasn't going to get to that one. They come right back out around through Shaw, Wise, Kandola, and Stafford across the back. Here is Keelan Stafford. Forward to Nurik Zuna. And that's not your teammate there, Nurik. Now you're going to have to chase them because the Asians are flying. It's 4v3 here if they can get the numbers right, the Asians. At pace, Cam Gladding, he's got eyes on the edge of the circle, drops it off for O'Connor. Pretty. They've got to reward it. They do it in the end. And Sungkook Moon there doubles up the account. I thought he missed the last one. Makes no mistake on that one, and this is just gorgeous hockey. Have a look at it here. Stick fake. Rolls it off there. That was Ryan Shu who got it started. This cut from Gladding and O'Connor is simply beautiful. Extra pass O'Connor. And Moon there. Oh, that's good hockey. That's probably one of the... in terms of smart build-up and an interchange of passes, probably one of the best goals we've seen over the weekend. There's probably been some more flashy and some more outrageous ones, but in terms of just quality interchange of attack phase hockey, that's special. And for those that go back and watch the clip again, Ryan Shu, who started it all, was actually the man that ended up on the back post on the final shot. So that's how you move and get ahead of the ball. As now, well, they're flying high now, the Dragons. They're up 3-0 and probably think they're there or thereabouts as Muggleston. Wow, I talk about the build-up goals. That one might just top it for being outrageous. Still Muggleston turns it on the inside. There was rumours going around that he could only score from a penalty stroke. This time, answers that one, and sharp turn on the forehand, just inside. Tuck her in, give her a kiss and send her to bed. That's good night stuff there from Dylan Muggleston. Oof, and just like that, the Asian men explode out of the quarter break. They've scored 3 goals in what's game time, probably the last 6 minutes, given the one just before the quarter break. And what was probably hanging in the balance only 3 minutes ago is now 3.5 foot deep with a little bit of dirt on it. And what a start to the quarter from the Asian men. Excellent defensive work there from Norpeter Hohepa. It was a touch that had to be made. This Asian side are full of confidence at the moment. Yun, Fu. A little body fake. Brings in O'Connor. Well, turned over. Here's Wise. And we're going to have a stoppage here by the looks of things. Anton Paulin signaled the stoppage of time, and there's the blue card action. So we're just trying to figure out who's who in the zoo, and well, it actually looked like they had a fight over it there in the end. Michael Fu, Lloyd McLaughlin, everybody wanted a piece of the blue card. They want to rest. It's the Asians that are going to have to go down, and there's Joe O'Connor doing some quick math down in front of the dugout. They've got the right number, so it's 10 on the field, including the goalkeeper for the Asians, and the full 11 for High Pacific All-Stars. And Greg Wise there, can't believe it. That's gone against him as Wu there. Muggleston on the move. It's not an easy ball to throw, and it's going to fall for Leong. That one goes against the jet plane. Bit of space now. Lemon can't pull that one in. Just unforced stuff coming in here for the High Pacific All-Stars. It's probably summed up their day a little bit. Opportunities been there, chances have been calling, but just a little bit of execution. Fourth game in 4 days. And the Asian side have just executed a little bit better, especially in the attacking third, but not through lack of effort on both sides. Hohepa searching. Lemon, does he have a bit of magic left in him? He had a couple yesterday. Shaw goes forward, but Joe O'Connor cleans it up. And the Mugs, who just flicks it straight over the sideline there. And now Wise gets going forward. Gets through all of them, and it's a couple of ordinary challenges there from Joe O'Connor and Dylan Muggleston. I think you can choose which one you want. They're both worthy of it. Joe O'Connor disagrees. But he'll head back to halfway, and now the High Pacific All-Stars. If they're going to go, they have to go here. 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. They need one now, and they need a couple more straight after it. But it has to start here for the All-Stars. It's Lemon and Condola on the brackets. Remember, Lemon scored 2 in the 4th yesterday. Will be Lemon. And he puts one in the back of the goal. We'll have to look at it again on the replay. It looked like a late hook. Sent Darren Wee the wrong direction. He's a big lad, Darren Wee. Yes, you see him there just really late, closing the wrists on it. Had Darren Wee going to his left, and then late pull to the stick side. It's good execution there from Braithen Lemon. He gets himself back on the board, but High Pacific All-Stars going to need a couple more if they're to make this a real contest here. And the jet plane is on 4 cylinders at the moment. Geez, on the resi. You talk about individual brilliance, you talk about game breakers, you talk about just sheer ability to get going. Jet Leong has been phenomenal all weekend for this Asian men's side. And ball around the back. This one will pick up Stafford. Stafford has Chamowitz, who goes the little up and down. Muggleston picks it. He loves that sort of stuff, Dill Muggleston. never seen a player more confident defending the aerial ball as that one's cut out by Joey Yoon. And the All-Stars probably need to find a way through in this next couple of possessions. Here's Lemon. If he can win a penalty corner, I might back them in, but O'Connor cleans up well there, Vinny. And good little battle there between O'Connor and Lemon. Lemon's going to win it. Around the back there. There's space now for Shaw. Trying to get past Smith. Does him in one. Oh, just overran the ball fake there. Wise did. And it's a good pick from Jet Leong. And now the Asians could get going in a big way here. Smith, Gladding. Yoon will be first to it. And Muggleston to consolidate here. And that one's going to come up off Wise into his own chest. He wears it like a champ, and the Asians get going. Leong, gotta be. There's a fifth. And Jet Leong seals the deal here. It's an open wrist sweep it. Beats Flynn Krofsky in goal, and it's going to be good on the replay. So that free hit coming there. Leong just gets himself off it and offsets on the left foot, and easy as you like, opens their wrists. And the Asian men, like I said, with 5 minutes left here and up 5-1, you'd expect to have gone pretty close to closing the door on this one. Lemon thinks otherwise. He knows if they can get 4 PCs starting here, he's a chance. Braithen Lemon, and hard to disagree with the way he's been flicking this tournament. And so let's see, they're going to have to get things going pretty quickly here. There you hear the cheer from the sideline for the All-Stars. Will be Lemon, and it's really well run there by Dylan Muggleston. Really, really well run. That time got close enough to deflect it out over the side, over the baseline. And all of this time off the clock is probably just making life a little too insurmountable for the Asian side. And they find a way through. There's Stephen Wise. He's been quiet today after a really good game yesterday. We're going to get a push in the back, free hit going the way of the All-Stars. And McLaughlin, he's just found it on his foot there. This one has just taken a little bit of sting out of it now, given both teams understand this one is all but done with 3 minutes left here. The Asian men who got shot out of a cannon in sort of the 50th minute mark. They scored 3 goals in about 7 minutes. Now, Michael Fu looking for a way through. I'll take the free hit just outside the dots. Still here for the Asians. And it's Sunny there who wins the penalty corner, and they'll probably be able to burn about half of this clock here with the PC execution. It's under 2 minutes left to go here. We'll see it on the replay. Michael Fu just trying to force the effort. Good effort play there. And Moon just off the stick, up into the air, and they'll take the PC. And you see Brett Lever up to antics as usual. Wonder if they're second bracket. It's Vinny O'Connor. It's not the most convincing flick. Vinny's having to smile about it, but it's enough to go in, and we're going to get a stoppage now. And they're going to take the goalkeeper off. High Pacific All-Stars. I think they're going to finish the game here with all the Solomon Islands boys on the field. This is cool. You know, this is they're going to finish the tournament with the boys that have travelled. They're coming in onto the field. Junior Mahika, Melbourne Makana, Nurik Zuna, Enoch Paikera. They're all going to come onto the field here. Jackson Ramo, Ricky Faramoa, and we will finish the game with as close to the Pacific boys as possible. And we might get a minute of madness here from the lads. And they will finish the game on the turf. The High Pacific All-Stars. And good tackle there. Remember, 6 of these guys have never played 11-a-side hockey before. They've never played on a full field. And Nurik Zuna, his eyes lit up. Remember, he scored that goal yesterday, which lit the crowd up. These are guys that have travelled for the first time off the islands of the Solomons and are here as part of Heritage Hockey 2026. What an opportunity for them to all play together, finish this one out here with the High Pacific All-Stars. And what a way to end their weekend with their brothers in the black strip this Easter Monday morning. It was nearly that minute of madness I spoke of. Ricky Faramoa, very, very nearly. And what a way to finish. The Asian men get it done in the end. It's 6-1, the final score. Goals to Sunny Moon, Jet Leong, Dylan Muggleston, Vinny O'Connor, and Braithen Lemon. For those of you enjoying this one at home, enjoy some of these highlights. I'm going to head down and we're going to catch up with some of the players.